Okay, guys. Another accounting video again, another day. Another sakit ng ulo na naman po tayo today. So ngayon, let's go with the topic income taxes. Guys, itong income taxes po na ito, hindi ito under taxation ha. This is in accordance or this is sa topic ito ng financial accounting and reporting natin or sa FAR tayo. And dito sa income taxes natin, we are using the standard PAS 12. So ano bang meron sa income taxes? Liability section po ito, liability section. Paano mo daw kukumputin yung income tax liability mo under financial accounting and reporting? Okay, ulitin ko lang, iba po ito sa topic na income tax natin with regards to income taxation. Ito po, income taxes sa financial accounting and reporting purposes. So ano bang meron? Ano bang issue dito sa income taxes daw natin under FAR? Let's say for example, ikaw ito, magfa-file ka ng iyong income tax return. Ito ngayon si government, dito mo ngayon ifa-file yung income tax return mo. Balik rin ko. Dito yung income tax return mo, dito yung financial statements natin. Okay? So ngayon, sa financial statement mo, as an individual entity na merong business, makukompute mo doon yung sinatawag natin na accounting profit. Okay, familiar ka na dyan, accounting profit. Ngayon, sabi daw, meron daw instances na yung accounting profit mo raw is hindi daw equal doon sa taxable profit na i-report mo daw sa iyong income tax return. Bakit daw? Bakit daw hindi sila equal? Kasi meron daw instances na meron daw mga taxable income sa income tax return pero hindi naman daw kasama as income mo for income tax purposes. Or meron daw mga income na kasama sa accounting profit mo pero non-taxable daw with regards to income taxation for the taxation purposes. And merong instances na meron kang expense dito pero non-deductible daw for income tax return purposes or merong mga instances na deductible dito pero hindi pa part ng expenses mo for accounting purposes. Okay, so meron tayong mga differences ngayon. Now, such differences, pwede daw natin siyang i-classify or i-subclassify into two. Meron daw tayong mga permanent difference and meron daw mga temporary difference. So, what differentiates the two? Permanent difference daw, itong example ng mga permanent differences natin is ito daw. Those income that are subject to final tax. Sige, ganito na lang muna. Anong difference? Kapag daw permanent difference daw tayo, let's say for example, your income sa financial accounting and reporting purposes and your income na nireport mo sa government natin, may difference yan. If such income was reported daw sa income or sa financial statements natin, it will never be included sa income tax return mo. Or vice versa, if such income daw is included sa income tax return natin, it will never be included as part of your financial accounting income. Ano yung mga examples daw netong mga to? Ito daw. Okay, those income that are subject to final tax. Maalala mo kung napanood mo na yung videos natin for income taxation, meron tayo doong mga income na subject sa final withholding tax. And sabi natin, kapag yung income na subject sa final tax, those taxes na binayaran mo are final na. Even though, ibig sabihin, hindi mo na daw siya kailangang i-report sa income tax return. So, hindi yan naka-report dito and never yang i-report dito. Pero, kasama siya as income mo sa financial accounting kasi interest income yan. Ano pa? Merong mga income ka raw dito na exempted naman daw under income taxation or taxation purposes. Sa batas daw natin, meron tayong mga exempt income. Okay tayo. Okay. O, meron tayong mga non-deductible expense and mga subjects to limit. Okay. Ano naman yung temporary difference? Ang temporary difference naman natin dito, meron kang nireport na income sa financial accounting and reporting purposes natin, nireport mo yan, na hindi mo pa ni-report sa government sa income tax return, pero i-report mo din yan in the near future. Magre-reflect din siya in the near future. Ibig sabihin lang, income mo siya ngayon sa financial accounting and reporting purposes, pero hindi mo pa siya daw income or hindi pa daw siya taxable for the purposes of government. And vice versa. Meron daw na yung income mo daw or yung na-receive mo daw is taxable na for government purposes, pero hindi mo pa daw naman talaga siya part ng income for financial accounting and reporting purposes. Anong mga examples nun? Kapag daw meron tayong installment sales. Yung installment sale natin, tama, sa financial accounting and reporting natin, naka-accrual basis tayo. So meron kang, for example, meron kang cash sale and meron kang credit sale. Yung credit sale mo, receivable yan. Tama, yung cash sale and credit sale, taxable or reported siya as income for financial accounting and reporting purposes as long as nagawa mo na yung obligasyon mo sa pagbenta mo, na ibigay mo na yung goods na kailangang ma-deliver mo. Meron ka na lang receivable. Ibig sabihin, accounts receivables are included as part of your income. Okay, any other income na accounts receivable pa lang are part of your income. Ngayon, dito for government purposes kasi, kung sa FAR natin naka-accrual basis tayo, dito daw kasi sa income tax return mo, usually naka-cash basis tayo. So, ibig sabihin, ang taxable lang for income tax purposes is yung cash sale natin. Wherein yung credit sales natin or yung accounts receivable are not yet taxable. Pero the moment na makolekta mo yan, for example, 2026, eto 2025. By 2026, nakolekta mo yan. Nung nakolekta mo yan, taxable na siya sa'yo. Pero part ba siya ng 2026 income mo sa financial statement purposes? Hindi na. Kasi naging income mo na siya nung 2025, yung accounts receivable. Okay, so yun yung difference. Meron tayong permanent difference, tapos temporary difference. In short, in layman's term, permanent differences, part siya ng financial statement na never magiging part ng income tax return. And vice versa, taxable for income tax return and hindi naman siya income for financial accounting and reporting purposes. Temporary difference naman tayo, part siya ng income mo na hindi pa part ng income tax return mo pero magiging taxable din yung income mo na yon in the near future. And vice versa din ulit. Taxable siya dito pero hindi mo pa siya nire-report as your income dito. Okay, usual differences or usual example natin is yung application of accrual basis and the cash basis of accounting. Examples pa, meron tayong mga bad debts expense and mga excess depreciations. Lagyan na lang natin yan for the illustrations mamayang konti. Okay? So dito sa permanent differences, wala tayong problema dyan actually. Dito ngayon tayo nagkakaroon ng problema sa temporary difference. Kasi meron daw tayong tinatawag na taxable temporary difference and meron tayong tinatawag na deductible temporary difference. Ano yung difference niya? No? Kasi ibig sabihin lang, ang temporary differences natin, dalawa. Merong taxable temporary difference and merong deductible temporary difference. Okay, so i-compare natin. Sa taxable temporary difference, meron kang accounting income and meron kang taxable income. Tama? Iko-compare daw natin yan. If daw, yung accounting income mo is nasa 100 pesos. And yung taxable income na na-report mo pa lang is nasa 50 pesos. Kasi daw yung 50 pesos or hindi pa taxable for income tax purposes. So, ibig sabihin your accounting income is greater than taxable income. Meron ka daw dyang taxable temporary difference. Bakit? Kasi yung difference daw nila dito na 50 pesos, may difference sa 50 pesos. This 50 pesos is taxable daw in the near future. Kasi in the future years daw, for example, yung accounting income mo na lang. Or for example, wala kang income for accounting income purposes. So, zero ito. Itong 50 pesos mo na to, i-report mo yan dito. So, meron kang 50 pesos dito. Okay tayo. Yung 50 pesos na difference, nag-reflect yun in the future year. Nung naging taxable siya in the future year, hindi na siya taxable for or hindi na siya part ng income mo in the future year sa accounting income purposes. Bakit? Kasi nga yung 50 pesos na ito, kasama yun dito sa 100 pesos mo na ito. Okay, so merong difference this year. Yung difference daw this year is taxable daw in the future year. Kaya, taxable temporary difference. Okay? O, baliktarin natin. Ano naman yung deductible temporary difference? For example, yung income natin dito is nasa 75 pesos. Yung income mo for this year is nasa 120 pesos for income tax purposes. Wherein, therefore, taxable income is greater than your accounting income. Meron ka daw deductible temporary difference kasi in the future year, mababawasan daw yung tax mo sa taxable income or yung income mo sa taxation purposes. Let's say for example, merong difference yan, tama? May difference yan na 45 pesos. Yung 45 pesos daw, magiging income mo siya sa accounting income purposes. Tapos, for taxable income, hindi daw yan magre-reflect dito. Bakit? Kasi nga yung difference na 45 pesos kasama na sa 120 pesos mo na to. So, during these years, magkano yung total accounting income mo? 100 pesos plus 0, 100 pesos. Taxable income mo, 50 plus 50, 50 pesos or 100 pesos. Dito, 75 plus 45, 120. 120 plus 0, 120. So, yun yung sinasabing temporary difference. In the near futures, mag-i-equal out lang din yan. Yung mga income mo, may mga differences ka, pero in the future year, mag-i-equal out lang din tayo. Bakit ulit deductible temporary difference kapag ganito? Dahil nga ulit, nabawasan yung income mo for taxation purposes. Nagkaroon ka ng deduction in the near future. Okay tayo. So dito, we can safely say that if your accounting income is greater than your taxable income, you have a taxable temporary difference. And if your accounting income is less than your taxable income, dito tayo, meron kang deductible temporary difference. I-take note mo na lang, yung taxable temporary difference and deductible temporary difference, hindi yan lalabas sa statement of financial position mo. Hindi yan magre-reflect sa statement of financial position mo. Ang magre-reflect dyan is yung tinatawag nating deferred tax liability and deferred tax assets. Okay, yan yung lalabas sa statement of financial position mo, which is yung deferred tax liability is a liability account, deferred tax asset is an asset account. Nakuha. Paano naman lalabas yung deferred tax liability and deferred tax asset? Simply, the taxable temporary difference, i-multiply mo yan by the tax rate during the year is equal to the deferred tax liability. Deductible temporary difference times the tax rate is equal to the deferred tax asset. Okay, o nahihirapan ka? Nahihirapan kang i-memorize na paano ko malalaman kung yung taxable temporary difference is a deferred tax liability? Pag yung deductible temporary difference is a deferred tax asset, i-memorize mo na lang. Or simply, kung ayaw mo mag-memorize, kung parehas tayo na ayaw nagme-memorize, gamitin mo itong rules natin na to. Meron akong tinatawag na share your blessing rule. Okay, yung blessing mo, i-share mo raw. O, for example, dito, your accounting income is greater than your taxable income. So, ibig sabihin, mas marami kang blessings kesa kay government. So, meron kang taxable temporary difference. Paano mo malalaman kung deferred tax liability yan? Kasi ikaw na maraming blessing kay mas maraming blessing kay government, mag-share ka daw ng blessing mo. Kung nag-share ka ng blessing mo, meron ka ngayong liability. Kaya deferred tax liability. O, diba? O, baliktarin natin. If your income in financial accounting purposes is less than the taxable income, ibig sabihin, mas maraming natanggap daw na blessing si government. Kaya si government, mag-share sa'yo ng blessing. Kung mag-share sa'yo ng blessing, meron ka ngayong asset. Deferred tax asset. Okay. O, ito lang kailangan mong tandaan, ha. If your accounting income is greater than taxable income, meron kang taxable temporary difference. Bakit nga ulit? Kasi meron kang future taxable income. Okay? Meron kang hindi tinax this year na future taxable tayo. Okay? Kaya taxable temporary difference. Times natin ang tax rate, mahahanap mo yung deferred tax liability. Bakit? Kasi mas mataas nga yung income mo kaysa kay government, then share your blessings, meron kang liability. If your accounting income is less than the taxable income, ibig sabihin, mas marami kang nireport sa taxable income, meron ka nga yung future deduction sa taxable income in the next year. Deductible temporary difference times the tax rate, deferred tax asset, kasi mas mataas yung blessings ni government kaysa sa'yo, then government will share its blessings to you, then you have an asset, deferred tax asset. Ito ulit lalabas sa financial statement deferred tax liability and deferred tax asset. Deferred tax liability is a non-current liability. Deferred tax asset is a non-current asset. Magkaiba yang lumalabas. Separate yang lalabas sa statement of financial position. Hindi natin yan ino-offset. Okay? Pero meron tinatanong minsan sa problem, tinatanong doon magkano daw yung net deferred tax expense and net deferred tax benefit. Simply, ililes mo lang po ito. DTL and DTA. Iles mo yung DTL mo versus sa DTA natin during the year. That is equal to the net deferred tax expense or the net deferred tax benefit. Kapag mas mataas yung asset mo kaysa sa liabilities natin, mas mataas yung asset mo kaysa sa liabilities, meron kang deferred tax benefit. Pag mas mataas yung liabilities mo kaysa sa asset mo, meron kang deferred tax expense. Okay? Tinatanong lang ito sa questions. Mas mabuti lang na alam natin. Yan. Okay tayo. Okay. Sige. Next. In computing our temporary differences, we have two approaches daw. Depende kasi sa given yan. Meron daw tayong income statement approach and meron tayong balance sheet approach or the asset liability approach. Okay? Kapag daw ang binigay sa'yo is the accounting income, pinapahanap sa'yo yung mga temporary difference or yung deferred tax asset and deferred tax liability, ang gagamitin mo daw income statement approach. Bakit nga? Kasi nga ang binigay sa'yo is yung mga income statement accounts. Yung mga income mo, mga expenses mo, yung profit mo. Pag ang binigay sa'yo balance ng assets or ng liabilities, mas gamitin mo na lang daw yung balance sheet approach. Kasi nga, yung binigay sa'yo yung given, mga balance sheet items. Anong difference ng approaches natin? Magkaiba ng computation, magkaiba ng approach, magkaiba ng solution, pero ito yung number one difference na kailangan mong tandaan. Usually, tinatanong sa atin magkano yung ending balance ng DTA and ng DTL natin. And alam natin na statement of financial position account yan, kaya cumulative ang balances dyan. Ngayon, kung gagawa ka ng T account, meron kang beginning balance ng DTA, tapos syempre, kailangan mong hanapin yung ending balance ng DTA. Ito yung lalabas sa statement of financial position. Ito yung movement mo during the year na lalabas na lang sa income statement natin. Sabi daw kapag income statement approach ka daw, yung nasusolve mo daw doon na DTA is the movement. Kapag naman daw naka-balance sheet approach ka raw, yung nasusolve mo daw doon na DTA is the ending balance na. Same as well sa DTL. Kapag daw income statement approach ka raw, yung nasa-solve mo daw doon na DTL is yung movement lang during the year. Yung addition or yung deduction lang during the year. Kapag naman daw balance sheet approach daw tayo, yung nasa-solve mo daw doon is the ending balance na nung DTL natin. Okay, tandaan natin yan. Tandaan mo yan lagi. So, paano mo sinasolve si income statement approach? Ito tayo. Meron tayo dyang formula. Ang goal lang ulit natin for income taxes natin, hahanapin mo, lalo-lalo na sa income statement approach, ibibigay sa iyo yung accounting profit. Okay? Bibigay sa iyo tong accounting profit or the accounting income. Ang goal natin, hanapin mo or i-convert mo siya into a taxable income. Yan, i-convert mo siya sa taxable income. I-reconcile daw natin. Ano ulit yung mga pang-reconcile natin? Yung mga differences. And meron tayong mga permanent difference. It's either i-add mo yung permanent difference or i-less mo yung permanent difference. Depende sa effect niya. Paano ko malalaman yung effect, sir? Tandaan mo lang lagi yung goal. Ano ba yung goal natin? Yung accounting income, i-convert mo as a taxable income. So, ibig sabihin, kung meron kang sinama sa accounting income na hindi naman siya income sa taxable income, then ililes natin yon. Kung merong accounting income na hindi ka ni-report or meron kang income na hindi ni-report sa accounting income pero kailangan i-report sa taxable income, then i-add natin yon. Simply analyzation lang ito. Okay, analyzation lang tayo dito. Hindi ito mahirap. Sinasabi nila minsan mahirap kasi nakakalito. Pero sa umpisa lang to nakakalito. Kapag nasanay ka dito, sobrang dali neto. Ang sarap pang mag-solve ng mga ganitong problems. Okay, so alisin mo daw. Accounting income, add or less permanent differences. Mahahanap mo daw yung accounting income subject to tax. Yan daw yung total accounting income daw na subject na sa tax. I-plus mo daw yung deductible temporary difference. Add natin yan kasi nga ulit ang goal natin, ibalik mo siya sa taxable, convert mo siya into a taxable income. Eh ano ba yung deductible temporary difference na yan? Tama, yan yung deductions mo in the future. Which is, ibig sabihin, pag deductible temporary difference, dito ka, balikan mo lang ito. Deductible temporary difference, mas mataas yung taxable income ko kaysa sa accounting income ko. So, anong gagawin mo? Kung yung binigay sa'yo accounting income dito, anong gagawin mo sa deductible temporary difference para maging mas mataas yung taxable income mo? Mag-a-add tayo. Same as well sa taxable temporary difference, i-less daw natin yun. Bakit? Kasi nga yung accounting income mo is mas mataas sa taxable income mo. Meron daw difference na nanggaling sa taxable temporary difference, then i-less natin yun. Kasi ang binigay sa'yo accounting income, na i-convert mo siya into taxable income. Okay tayo. Pag na-add or na-less mo na yung deductible and taxable temporary difference, mahanap mo na daw yung taxable income natin. Okay. Now, dito, ang hinahanap minsan dito, how much is the income tax expense, how much is the current tax expense, how much is the DTA and the DTL. Paano mo gagawin yun? Simply, ito lang. Yung accounting income subject to tax natin, after mong alisin or i-add lahat ng permanent difference, i-multiply mo lang yan by the tax rate natin. That is equal to the income tax expense. Yan yung expense na i-recognize mo during the year. Kapag daw yung taxable income, i-multiply mo daw sa tax rate, yun daw yung current tax expense. Yan daw yung tax na babayaran mo during the year or yan yung tax na babayaran mo in a short-term basis. Yung income tax expense kasi natin, dalawa yan. Pwedeng long-term mo babayaran and pwedeng short-term mo babayaran. Pag long-term, ito ngayon yun, DTA tapos DTL. Pag short-term, ito ngayon yun, yung current tax expense. Ngayon, yung taxable, yung deductible temporary difference, tama, pag minultiply mo yan sa tax rate, that is equal to the deferred tax asset kasi share with blessings rule ulit tayo. Taxable temporary difference times DTL, yun yung taxable or yan yung times tax rate, yan yung DTL natin. Yung DTA ulit minus DTL, that is equal to the benefit or the tax benefit or the deferred tax benefit or the deferred tax expense. Deferred tax benefit pag mas mataas yung DTA, deferred tax expense pag mas mataas yung DTL. Ganun lang yun. Income tax expense plus DTA less DTL, that is also equal to the current tax expense. Or simply, taxable income times tax rate, that is also equal to the current tax expense. So yan lang for the income statement approach. Ano naman sa balance sheet approach? Pag balance sheet approach, ang binibigay sa'yo dito, balances ng asset mo or balances ng liabilities mo. So paano mo gagawin yon? Meron kang carrying amount. Yung carrying amount, yan yung balance na nasa statement of financial position mo. I-less mo yung tax base, yan yung balance na sinasabi sa BIR. Carrying amount less tax base is equal to the difference. Yung differences natin, i-multiply mo the tax rate, mahahanap mo yung deferred tax asset or yung deferred tax liability. Sir, paano ko ulit malalaman kung deferred tax asset or deferred tax liability? Share your blessing rule lang ulit tayo. If yung carrying amount mo is mas mataas sa tax base mo, ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ka ng difference dito na positive. Kung positive yung difference mo dyan, meron kang deferred tax liability. Bakit? Kasi yung account, yung income mo lang ulit, or yung blessing mo ulit is mas mataas kaysa sa blessings ng government, kaya mag-share ka. Mag-share ka, so meron kang liability. Dito naman, if yung current asset mo is mas mababa sa tax base, so ibig sabihin, mas mataas yung blessings ng government, kaya si government mag-share sa'yo ng blessing. Meron ka ngayong deferred tax asset. That is the rule kapag asset yung binigay sa'yo. Paano kapag liability? Medyo babalik na rin natin. Bakit? Kasi yung carrying asset mo or yung carrying amount ng liability mo is mas mataas sa tax base natin. Ibig sabihin, sinong mas maraming blessings? 'Di ba? Balik na rin natin yung point of view. Liabilities to, utang na usapan ito. Kung mas mataas yung utang mo kaysa kay government, ibig sabihin, mas maraming profit or mas maraming blessing si government. Kaya si government ang mag-share ngayon sa'yo. Kaya deferred tax asset. Kaya wag mong i-memorize na kapag greater than yung carrying amount, deferred tax liability, no. Okay, depende. Pag asset, DTL, kasi mas mataas yung blessings mo kesa kay government. Pag liabilities, DTA, kasi mas mataas yung blessings ni government kesa sa'yo. And kapag yung carrying amount ng liability mo is mas mababa kesa sa carrying amount ng liability ni government, ibig sabihin, mas maraming profit ikaw. Mas marami kang blessings kasi mas mababa yung utang mo. Kaya mag-share ka daw kay government, kaya meron kang deferred tax liabilities. Diba? Madali lang to. Konting tiyaga lang tayo. So, journal entry. Minsan tinatanong ang journal entry sa atin. Ganito mo lang yan i-entryhan. Na-compute mo yung income tax expense mo. Expense yan. Debit tayo dyan. Debit income tax expense. DTA natin. Non-current asset yan. Asset yan. Debit ka ng deferred tax asset. DTL natin. Credit yan. Credit ka ng deferred tax liability. Current tax expense or current tax payable. Current tax expense, current tax payable, parang current tax payable lang ito. Okay, current tax expense or current tax payable, parehas lang yan. Current tax payable, meron kang credit dyan kasi nga babayaran mo yan during the year. Okay tayo. Ito lang entry mo. Debit ka income tax expense, debit ka current deferred tax asset, credit ka deferred tax liability, credit ka ng current tax payable. Sir, deferred tax benefit, deferred tax expense, anong entry ko dyan? Wala kang entry dyan. Kino-compute lang yan. Tinatanong lang minsan yan, magkano yung benefit mo, magkano expense mo. Ito lang yun. Inet mo lang yan dito. Okay tayo doon. Sir, paano entry natin sa deductible temporary, taxable temporary difference, and permanent difference? Hindi mo ulit i-entryhan yan kasi hindi yan lalabas sa statement of financial position mo. Okay, sana malinaw concepts. Okay, pause mo muna yan, tapos picturean mo to. Try mong i-apply sa sarili mo. Ito. Okay, ngayon sagutan natin ito. I-apply natin yung concepts natin. Sabi dyan, Backwit Company has reported a pre-tax income of 100,000. Accounting income yan. In 2025, the following information was gathered. Meron daw tayong charitable contributions in excess of deductible limit, non-deductible premium on life insurance of key employees, interest income received on government. Sige, so ibig sabihin, ang binigay sa'yo, accounting income, pre-tax income, tapos binigyan ka ng mga differences sa mga income statement approach or sa mga income statement. So, anong gagawin natin? Income statement approach. Sige, gawin natin income statement approach. Okay. Accounting income. Binigay ba accounting income? Yes. 100,000. Permanent difference. Meron ba tayong mga permanent differences dyan? Hanapin nga natin. Actually, ito. Charitable contributions in excess of deductible limit. Ano nangyari dyan? Meron daw, kinontribute si accounting income natin for charitable contributions, kaso daw, hindi na daw nag-exceed na daw siya sa deductible limit. Itong charitable contribution in excess of deductible limit, this is considered as a permanent difference. Permanent difference yan. So, i-analyze lang natin. Meron ka daw in-expense sa accounting income mo na hindi na daw pwedeng i-expense sa taxable income mo kasi sumobra na daw sa deductible limit. So, ano nangyari dyan? Kung mas mataas yung expense mo dito kesa sa expense mo dito, ibig sabihin, mas mataas yung income natin kay government. Tama. Mas mataas yung expense mo dito kesa sa in-expense mo sa taxable income, then mas mataas yung income ni government. Kung mas mataas yung income ni government, balikan mo lang ito, accounting income is greater than taxable income or accounting income is less than taxable income. Nandito tayo ngayon. Mas mataas yung income ni government kaysa kay accounting income. Sir, medyo nalilito ako. Ganito, kapag medyo nalilito ka, gawan mo ng illustration. Meron kang sales, meron kang expenses. Ito si accounting income, ito si taxable income. Let's say for example, yung sales natin nasa 100,000, parehas naman daw yan. Yung expense mo daw dito, sabihin na natin nasa 45,000. Ito daw yung contributions mo, 45,000. Pero yung inallow lang daw na deduction sa atin is nasa 10,000. Meron nga yung difference na 35,000. Okay, ito ngayon yung expense mo sa taxable taxation, ito yung expense mo sa accounting income. Ito yung kinontribute mo, ito lang daw yung pwede mong i-allowed as deduction kasi meron daw limit na yung difference is nasa 35,000. O, magkano ngayon yung accounting income natin dyan? 100 less 45, that is equal to 55,000. Ito ngayon, 100 less 10, this is equal to 90,000. Sino mas mataas ngayon? Si taxable income. Kung mas mataas ulit yung taxable income natin, puntahan mo ngayon ito. Pag mas mataas yung taxable income natin, meron kang deductible temporary difference. And kapag meron kang deductible temporary difference, deductible tuloy, sorry. Hindi pala sa temporary difference, permanent difference. So, tingnan natin. Meron kang permanent difference. Ang goal mo lang ulit, hanapin yung taxable income natin. Kung mas mataas yung taxable income mo kaysa sa accounting income mo, anong gagawin mo sa 35,000? I-add natin. Tama? Kasi gusto mo mag-reflect eh. Gusto mo mag-reflect yung total taxable income natin sa accounting income mo. Kung ang accounting income mo is 55, ganito, kung yung accounting income mo is 55, dapat yung taxable income mo is 90, anong gagawin mo dun sa difference sa 35,000? I-add mo para mahanap mo yung taxable income dito. Diba? Next. Non-deductible premium on life insurance of key employees. So, ano nangyari dyan? Itong non-deductible premium daw na yan, that this is also considered as a permanent difference. Kasi sabi dyan, non-deductible na raw talaga. Hindi din kasi pwede talagang i-allowed as deductions for taxation purposes yung mga life insurance premiums ng mga key employees natin. Kasi hindi daw yan necessary expense sa business natin. So, ibig sabihin, ang nangyari ulit dyan, kung non-deductible yan sa accounting income natin, meron ka daw ditong 10,000 na deduction and meron ka ditong 6,000 or 4,000 lang na deduction. Okay, non-deductible daw kasi yung 6,000. So, ibig sabihin, mas mataas ulit yung income natin for taxation and kaysa sa accounting income natin. Kasi mas mababa yung expense mo dito. So, kung ang gagawin natin, same lang ng approach sa 35,000. Kailangan mo lang mag-add ng 6,000 pesos. Okay, next. Interest income received on government securities subject to final tax. So, permanent difference yan kasi interest income, subject yan sa final tax natin. So, ano nangyari dyan? Meron ka daw income. Yung interest income mo daw 5,000 na subject daw sa final tax. Yung interest income mo na yon kasama yon sa accounting income natin, which is hindi daw kasama sa taxable income mo. So, ibig sabihin, mas mataas ngayon yung accounting income mo kaysa sa taxable income natin. So, para mag-reflect yung taxable income natin, magle-less ka ngayon ng 5,000 pesos. Okay, actually, tatlo lang yung permanent differences dito. Lahat yung iba na yan, nasa temporary difference na. So, this is equal to the accounting income subject to tax. So, magkano accounting income subject to tax natin? 100 plus 35 plus 6,000 less 5,000, this is equal to 136,000. Okay, next. Meron tayong excess, pag nakita mo yung excess, ibig sabihin, excess of accelerated depreciation used in taxation over straight line depreciation used in financial reporting. Ang nangyari lang dyan, magkaiba lang daw ng method. Kung magkaiba lang ng method, tama, parehas lang naman din dapat by the end of the year. Iisa lang ang carrying amount ng mga PPE natin na yan. Dapat yung total accumulated depreciation mo sa FAR is also equal to the accumulated depreciation mo under taxation purposes. So, permanent or temporary difference yan. So, ano nangyari? Sobra daw yung accelerated depreciation mo in taxation. Kumpara daw sa straight line method in financial reporting. So, ibig sabihin, sobra ulit yung expenses mo for taxation naman. Sobra naman yung expenses mo sa taxation. Kumpara daw kay government. So, kung lalagyan lang ulit natin ng illustration yan, accounting income, taxable income, meron daw tayong sale, sabihin na natin 10,000 pesos, and meron tayong taxable income, 10,000 pesos. Yung expense daw natin, sabi, sobra daw yung accelerated depreciation mo in taxation. So, sobra ka daw ng 10,000 of expense dito, na zero daw tayo dito. So, ibig sabihin, zero yung accounting income mo, and 10,000 yung income natin, yung net income natin for accounting purposes. Kung mas mataas yung income mo dito, mas mataas ngayon, ibig sabihin, mas marami kang blessings. Kung mas marami kang blessings, anong kailangan mong gawin ulit para mag-reflect sa total taxable income natin? Magle-less tayo ng 10,000 pesos. Pag nag-less ka, anong ibig sabihin nun? Marami kang blessings kay government, meron ka ngayong deferred tax liability. So, this is considered as a taxable temporary difference. Okay, okay na tayo dyan. Next, warranty expense accrued for financial reporting purposes but is tax deductible only when actually paid. Isipin mo, meron kang expense ngayon na hindi pa expense sa taxation purposes. Ibig sabihin, mas mataas ulit yung income ko ngayon kaysa doon sa income ko sa taxation purposes. Na ang mangyayari, tataas yung income ko sa taxation purposes in the near future. So meron akong taxable temporary difference. And kapag meron kang taxable temporary difference, anong ginagawa mo sa 15,000 pesos na yan? I-deduct natin ngayon yan. Okay, same lang yan dito. Next, meron kang na-receive daw na rent in advance. Yung na-receive mo na rent in advance, naka-cash basis tayo sa taxation, ibig sabihin, income na yan sa taxation. Which is hindi pa yan income sa FAR kasi nga, naka-accrual basis tayo. Any advance payment are not yet earned, hence hindi pa sila income. So, ibig sabihin, meron kang mas mataas yung income mo for taxation ngayong taon na bababa ngayon yung income mo for taxation in the near future. So, meron kang deductible temporary difference. So, deductible temporary difference ngayon, yung 8,000 pesos na ang gagawin natin pag deductible temporary difference, i-add natin yun. Next, quarterly income tax payments. Pag nag-taxation na tayo, hindi naman yan deductions. Beginning balance of taxable temporary difference, beginning balance of deductible temporary difference, binigay yung mga yan. So, magkano yung taxable income natin? Wala naman na tayong mga temporary difference dyan. So, 136,000 less 10,000 less 15,000 plus 8,000. Meron kang taxable income of 119,000. Tinatanong sa'yo, magkano income tax expense mo? Alam mo naman na kung paano compute yung income tax expense, di ba? Simply, i-multiply lang natin to by 30%. So, 136,000 times 30%, that is equal to 40,800. Kaya yung sagot natin for number 1, letter A. Magkano daw current tax expense mo? Alam mo naman yung current tax expense mo, taxable income times 30% lang yan, or the tax rate. Magkano ba tax rate natin? Sinabi ba dyan? Sinabi ba yung tax rate? Yes, ito, 30%. So, 119,000 times 30%, that is equal to, or, wait lang, 136,000 less 10,000 less 15,000 plus 8,000, 119,000 times 30%, that is equal to 35,700, which is, meron yata tayong mali. Okay, so medyo correction lang po dito. For number 50 for 15,000, sabi, warranty expense accrued for financial reporting purposes but is tax deductible only when actually paid. So ano nangyari dyan? For accounting income daw natin and taxable income daw natin, meron daw tayong warranty expense. Yung warranty expense daw, nag-accrue na daw sa financial reporting na hindi pa daw deductible sa taxation purposes kasi deduction pa lang daw siya kapag nabayaran na raw siya. So sabihin na natin meron ka lang ulit sale of 100,000. Meron kang sale dito of 100,000. I-assume natin na nagkaroon ka ng warranty expense na 15,000 for accounting income na wala kang expense for taxation income. So magkano yung sales natin dito? Nasa 85,000, din dito nasa 100,000. So ibig sabihin mas mataas yung accounting income natin over taxable income. Therefore, ang gagawin natin for 15,000 dito is i-add po natin. Okay, so hanapin natin 136,000 plus or less 10,000 plus 15,000 plus 8,000, that is equal to 149,000 multiplied by 30%, that is equal to 44,700. Yung sagot natin for number 2 is letter B. Okay, correction lang po ulit 15,000 is mas mataas yung naging mas mataas yung taxable income natin over accounting income. So ang mangyayari para mag-reflect yung accounting income mo dito na 100,000 into your taxable income dito, kailangan mong i-add ngayon yung 15,000 na difference natin dito. Bakit ulit i-add? Kasi nga warranty expense is nag-accrue na for financial reporting purposes. Ibig sabihin may expense ka na dito na hindi pa daw siya tax deductible for taxation purposes. Nakuha natin. So that is for the number 2. Number 3, tinatanong, magkano deferred tax expense and deferred tax benefit? Alam mo yung deferred tax expense and deferred tax benefit is simply the difference between the DTL and the DTA. Ito, 10,000 times 30%, magkano tayo dito? Nasa 3,000 pesos. 15,000 times 30%, magkano yan? 15,000 times 30%, that is equal to 4,500. This is a DTA, then this is a DTL. Tapos 8,000 times 30%, magkano? 8,000 times 30%, that is equal to 2,400. Okay? 2,400. So, i-compare mo lang. 3,000, nag-deduct ka ng 3,000 pesos. Nag-add ka ng 4,500. Nag-add ka ng 2,400. That is equal to 3,000 less 4,500 less 2,400. Meron kang 3,900 na addition, which is a tax benefit. Bakit tax benefit? Kasi this is a DTA, this is a DTL. Okay, bakit DTL ulit yung deduction natin dito? Kasi meron kang deductible temporary difference. Nabawasan ngayon yung income mo, or nabawasan ngayon yung accounting income mo ngayon. Therefore, meron kang future taxes in the future. Okay, share your blessing rule. Deferred tax liability. Pwede mong sabihin na lang kung magre-refer ka dito sa formula natin dito, every time na nag-add ka, meron kang, or every time na nag-add ka, DTA yon. Every time na nag-less ka, DTL yon. So dito nung nag-less ka ng 10,000 times 30%, less tayo ng 3,000. This 3,000 is a DTL. Yung dalawa nag-add ka, that is a DTA. So yung sagot natin for number 3, 3,900 of tax benefit or deferred tax benefit kasi nga mas mataas yung benefit natin over the liabilities. Okay. Number 4, current tax payable. Hindi ba sir parehas lang yung current tax expense and sa current tax payable? Yes, parehas lang yun dapat. Unless nga lang kasi dito sa problem, meron daw quarterly income tax payment which is a tax credit kasi yan. So yung current tax expense mo dito na 44,700, pwede mo daw bawasan yan ng 20,000 na quarterly income tax payment. So less ka ng 20,000 dito, yung current tax payable natin is nasa 24,700, kaya number 4, letter C. Number 5, deferred tax liability to be presented in the statement of financial position. Huwag mong kakalimutan na meron ka daw beginning balance of taxable temporary difference and beginning balance of deductible temporary difference. Ibig sabihin po ba sir, 12,000 plus DTL is equal to the deferred tax liability? No. Kasi tama, taxable temporary difference yan. Ibig sabihin yung 12,000, kailangan mo munang i-multiply ulit yan ng 30%. That is 12,000 times 30%. That is equal to the 3,600. Tapos dito, 9,000 times 30%. That is equal to 2,700. So ito ngayon yung mga beginning balances nila. So kung gagawa ka ngayon ng T-account dito, meron kang DTA and meron kang DTL. Kung meron kang future taxes or meron kang future taxable in the future, ibig sabihin meron kang DTL of 3,600. Kung meron kang deductible temporary difference in the future, ibig sabihin meron kang asset, meron kang deferred tax asset beginning of 2,700. Income statement approach tayo. Yung nahanap mo na DTL dito and DTA, that is only the movement. Ang hinahanap dito is yung pe-present sa statement of financial position or the ending balance. So, 3,000 yung movement natin na DTL, lagay mo lang dito yan, 3,000 pesos. Movement mo na DTA, that is equal to 4,500 plus 2,400 is equal to the 6,900. Total DTA natin, 27 plus 69 is equal to 9,600. Kaya yung sagot natin for DTL or DTA natin is 9,600, letter D. DTL natin, 36 plus 3,000, that is equal to 6,600. Yung total natin na DTL is letter C. So that is for the illustration and the application of the income statement approach. Okay. O, pause mo lang ulit ha. Tapos i-apply mo lang ulit yung ginawa natin on your own without referring dun sa solutions natin. Tapos i-check mo lang ulit sa solutions natin pag hindi mo makuha yung sagot. Okay. O, next. Ito naman, application naman tayo ng balance sheet approach. So dito sabi, Greenlee Company provided the following information on December 31, 2025. So, hanapin natin isa-isa. Accounts receivables. Meron ka daw carrying amount dyan. Tapos, meron ka daw tax base dyan na kailangan mo lang i-less. So, yung carrying amount ko is 1.5 million and yung tax base natin is nasa 1,750,000. Meron kang difference sa 250,000 which is a negative. Ibig sabihin, mas mataas yung blessings nung tao or nung government kaysa sa tao. So, meron ka ngayon ditong deferred tax, deferred tax, asset. May marireceive ka ngayon na deferred tax asset after multiplying this by 30%. So, 250,000 times 30%, meron ka ngayong 75,000 of deferred tax asset. Next, motor vehicle. Okay, motor vehicle. 1,650 yung carrying amount, 1,250 yung tax base, meron kang 400,000 of difference. Mas mataas yung income or yung blessings mo kaysa kay government, meron ka ngayong deferred tax liability kapag minultiply mo yan by 30%. 400,000 times 30%, that is equal to 120,000. Okay, DTL ngayon ito. Next, provision for warranty. Deposit received in advance. Liabilities po yan. Huwag kang malilito ha. Liabilities yan. May difference ka na 120,000 and 150,000. And alam natin na kapag mas mataas yung utang ko kaysa kay government, then mas maraming blessing si government. Kaya meron akong deferred tax asset. So, 120,000 times 30%, that is equal to 36,000 na deferred tax asset. And same as well, 150,000 times 30%, that is equal to 45,000. Meron akong 45,000 na deferred tax assets. Okay? Sabi naman daw dito, determine the deferred tax liability on December 31, 2025. Ibig sabihin, ending balance. Huwag ka nang mag-alala. Huwag mo nang hanapin yung beginning balance kasi yung makocompute mo ulit dito sa balance sheet approach is already the ending balances. So, this is DTL. This is DTA, and this is the DTA na dalawa. Magkano daw DTL natin? 120,000, number 1, letter A. Determine the deferred tax asset. Magkano na ba deferred tax asset natin? 75,000 plus 36,000 plus 45,000, that is equal to 156,000, kaya number 2, letter B. Number 3, determine the current tax expense. Dito sa problem, binigay dito yung accounting income natin na 8 million pesos. Tapos hinahanap din total income tax expense. Alam mo, yung 8 million pesos na accounting income ko, after deducting temporary difference, kapag or permanent difference, pag minultiply ko yun ng 30%, that is equal to 8 million times 30%, this is equal to 2.4 million. Anong tawag natin dito? Yan na yung income tax expense. Hinahanap income tax expense, 2.4 million, letter D. Tapos current tax expense, kung babalikan mo yung formula mo lang ulit. Or tama, kung maaalala mo lang ulit, dito sa formula natin, sa income statement approach, ito, kapag inad mo yung mga deferred tax asset, and less mo yung mga deferred tax liability, mahanap mo yung current tax expense. Kung yung income tax expense natin is 2.4, nakita mo na meron kang DTL na 120,000, less mo yan. Meron kang DTA na 36,000, i-add mo yan. Meron kang DTA na 45,000, i-add mo yan. Meron kang DTA na 75,000, i-add mo yan. So yung total natin na current tax expense during the year is 2.4 less 120 plus 36 plus 45 plus 75, that is equal to 2,436,000. Kaya number 3, requirement number 3, letter C. Diba? Ang dali-dali lang ng income taxes in accordance with PAS 12. Last illustration natin, illustration number 3. Dito daw, si B Corporation prepared the following reconciliation between book income and taxable income for the year ended December 31, 20x0. Binigay yung pre-tax accounting income and yung taxable income na may difference daw na 200,000. Yung difference daw ng 200,000 is 50,000 for interest on municipal bonds, which is subject yan sa final tax, kaya ang tawag dito is a permanent difference. Itong lower depreciation natin is considered as a temporary difference. Sabi, B's effective income tax rate for 20x0 is 30%. The depreciation difference will reverse equally over the next 3 years at enacted at tax rates as follows. Dito ngayon, dito sa illustration number 3, nagkaroon ng changes sa tax rate. Hindi naman malabo mangyari yon. So kapag meron daw changes sa tax rate, yung pag-compute mo lang daw ng deferred tax asset and deferred tax liabilities natin is equally lang doon sa tax rate in the near futures. Okay? Ganito mo siya gagawin. Unang illustration or unang question, in B's 20x0 income statement, the current portion of its provision for income taxes should be, magkano daw yung current portion? Ano ba yung current portion natin? Tama, yun yung accounting income subject to tax. Kapag binultiply mo tong accounting income subject to tax natin, times 30%, this is equal to the income tax expense. Tapos add or less temporary difference. Mako-compute mo yung taxable income na kapag binultiply mo ng 30%, that is equal to the current tax expense. O, magkano ba yung taxable income natin? Binigay ba dyan yung taxable income? Tama. Merong pre-tax accounting income. So, meron ka ditong accounting income which is nasa 500, dito na lang. Meron kang accounting income which is nasa 500,000. Meron kang permanent difference which is nasa 50,000, which is ililess natin yan. Yung accounting income subject to tax natin is nasa 450,000. 450,000 times 30%, ito ngayon yung income tax expense natin of 135,000. Income tax expense. Tapos meron kang temporary difference. Temporary difference, sinabi na dyan, no, binawasan mo ng 150,000 kasi nga yung taxable income mo dapat is nasa 300,000. So less ka ng 150,000, 450 less 150,000, that is equal to 300,000. 300,000 times 30%, 300,000 times 30%, that is equal to 90,000. 90,000 yung sagot natin for number C. Or simply ito, or letter, or number 1. Or simply 300,000 times 30%, kasi yung taxable income, yun naman yung current, subject sa current tax expense, tama? Taxable income times 30%, 90,000. Ito ngayon yung current tax expense natin. Next, magkano daw deferred tax portion natin? Ano ba yung deferred tax portion natin? Ito tama, 150,000. Huwag mong isi-simply multiply yan ng 30% tulad ng ginagawa natin dati. Kasi dito, nagkaroon ng tax changes. Ang gagawin mo daw dyan sa taxable temporary, tapos ang sinabi kasi dito, etong 150,000 daw na temporary difference, magre-reverse daw siya equally over the next 3 years. So, ibig sabihin, hindi lang by next year magre-reflect ito. Magre-reflect daw ito sa loob ng 3 taon. So, anong gagawin mo dyan? Hahatiin mo ngayon yan sa 3 taon. 150,000 divided by 3, that is equal to 50,000 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, by 20x1, 20x2, and 20x3, magre-reflect sila ng 50,000 each year. Okay? E binigay yung given dito na tax rate. So, by 20x1, ang tax rate mo daw 30%. By 20x2, 25%. And by 20x3, 25%. So, ngayon, yan yung magiging deferred tax natin. So, that is equal to 50,000 times 30%, 50,000 times 25%, and 50,000 times 25%, that is equal to 40,000 pesos. So, yung deferred tax portion natin is nasa 40,000 pesos. So, yan ngayon yung application ng income taxes natin kapag merong changes sa tax years in the future year. I-take note mo kaya natin ginamit itong 3 taon na to kasi sinabi yung difference daw na temporary difference magre-reflect daw in the next 3 years. Sir, paano kapag in the next 2 years lang? Yung 150,000, i-divide mo lang ng 2. Tapos itong 30% and 25% yung gagamitin mo lang. Sir, paano kapag isang taon lang? Pag isang taon lang, 150,000 divided by 1, ang gagamitin mo lang na tax rate, 30%. Okay, sana malinaw So that is for the discussion of income taxes, PAS 12. Sana malinaw, sana natuto, sana madalian kayo, sana nakatulong. Yun lang, God bless, good luck, and ciao!